Yo, it's me again, Doc at Sample Kings. And what we're doing right now is we're going to mix up these tracks here in Mpc 3.5 desktop beta. So I want to pull some tracks in, which I'll probably keep doing to get a feel for mixing inside of the new Mpc 3.5 platform. So I've done the mixing already. I'm going to show you what we've done. And also, please subscribe to us here in YouTube. You know, not many guys actually subscribe. We need to have more guys subscribing so I can make some more content and have further reach, and it'd be easier for all of us. So any questions, hit me up and let's get started. So I got this track here, and this is it here. Okay, that's it right there. Okay, so that's good. Let's hit the stop button here a couple of times. Good, very good. Now, let's go back to here. Here's the mixing console inside of MPC. So this is the mixing. Here I would have the returns right here in yellow. We have the submixes here in orange. The actual output for one is right here. That's track one. And there's that default track they give you, which I'm not using. So I go back to here. First thing I'm looking at is the kick drum. Let's find the kick drum right here, and here it is right here. So on the kick drum, I pretty much use this Avalon 737 SP. And I added some little more bass here. We're at 30 hertz right here, right? And let's hear it now. Like that one. Compared to, all right, so like that a lot. So next, I'll listen to the snare drum here. So that as well. I used a SSL compressor, a little stronger punch out of it. It's minimal, but watch. Just to tighten it a little bit. Still cuts through everything. Next, we got this one here. And here, just one sound, right? So I just use a little bit of the same thing, but this is different though. I pulled up an SSL right here. Get more of the highs out of it, as you can see here. And then I'm going to turn this on. Hear the difference? A lot better for me. So let's keep these on. I've already used. Great. Let's close out these plugins. Now, these are all VST plugins. They're kind of a little bit more expensive than the ones that Air makes, but the reason why I'm using these is because they work great inside of the computer, and you can't put them on the standalone because they just take up too much power or too much CPU usage, and you're just going to be dead with it. You'll be dead with it in the mix, so it works great this way. The next thing I'm going to do is this right here. Yep, this open hi-hat. Now it sounds dull, so I added this as compared to none. So I want to get a little more brightness. Good. A ghost bass drum. For this, same thing as the original bass drum, just a little less. Now I'll put it in. Just subtle enough to be behind it as a ghost drum, but clarity is always important. Right next, this is almost a ghost snare. This is unusual, so I'll go to here, 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 and here, and you'll hear the difference. So I added this. Just a little more clarity on the high end, that snare sound. Now without it, sounds dull. That sounds much better to me. All together. Now we have another thing here. These guys are just funny. Check this out. This is like a pretty cool idea. These are 2 hi-hats tracks. Of course, samples, obviously, to give it its own flavor. So, of course, I come in here and I get these different things on these hi-hats. A little more hi-hat sheen. And I'm using this massive EQ, Manly. Sort of blocked out there because I did it and I opened up to make it wider, and then all of a sudden the MPC software just said, no, you can't. Oh, there we go. And this is how it looks. Okay, a little complicated maybe, but it's okay. You do a series on that. Okay, next. I got a bass line here, so let's bring them in. That's how it sounds, flat, nothing on it. Okay, so here I'm going to use this Pool Tech, one of my favorites, using a bass. I'm set for a simple bass right here. And so let's do this one at a time, make it easier. I'll turn these 2 off here. I'll turn the track on. I'll put this one bass on, this one right here. Now it's on. Can you hear that? I'll turn it off. Oh, you can hear that for sure. Just want to make it simple but strong. Now for the top end of this bass, we have this sort of like almost a fingered bass type feel. I added this part here to give it more of that kind of focused bass. So when you're hitting it, now I'll turn it off, and I'll turn it on. High-end bass plugins work for me. So I also mix for other people too. So that's what we do. We mix for other clients that want to do sessions. As you see on our website, we do lessons, and we also mix for that same price. It's like $20 an hour, but it's all the same thing. That sounds strong now. My important thing is the bass and the drums, and particularly just the hi-hats. I don't mind it for anything. I'll come back to you. I'll do this. I'll turn, let's see, this one off, that one off, this one off, this one. That's my thing right there. If those lock, I'm good. I like that. The bass and the bass drum are not competing. That's a great sound for the piano. I have no problems with the sound whatsoever. So I'm going to play it more inside the mix now and get rid of all these solos, because that gives me a really bad view of what's going on here. I need to hear it inside the mix in the system. Good. Come to here. No reverb right in the face. Stands up by itself without even being loud. Sounds cool, but it could use some verb on it and some EQ, so we use some regular stuff here. Air, kill EQ, and a little reverb in the back of it. See, it sounds a lot better. So change some things that were actually here originally. Didn't like. I got a problem sometimes where I don't like too much reverb on something, but this doesn't require that much. Oh yes, that's so. And next, the vocal. Kill the vocal. What's here in the end? Okay, so that should be delayed. We'll probably sit here, sort of make it sustain it for a while with some sort of fading delay. Okay, good. Get right to here now. Put it down here. That's not bad for the mix right there. So that's my mix, and I got more. So we're gonna come back to here now. We got an output. Bring in this EQ. This is a mastering EQ. This is the Motown Hitsville. Right here you see this stereo disc mastering EQ. Try the EQ, huh? Let me turn it off. Yeah. A lot of basses in this. This is a R&B, Motown, like sort of like a bus compression I'm using here. So I want to make sure it's tight enough when I come back in here. And bring it down some. I don't want to go above 3 dB too much. Compression on here now. The compressor's tight. Nice. And next, I'm gonna add some tape. This is like some real tape going on here. Let's put it on. Adds warmth to the track. Out. Too bad here, so I'm gonna make sure everything's cool. I'm gonna bring some things down here. And that's it. So I can do some other things here. I've got this. It's got this in here too. This is the Fab filter. So I got a bunch of Fab filter stuff here going on with the track as well that I could add, but I'm not gonna add this in. This is gonna be too much bass. But I was experimenting. So that's how it sounds after I mixed it up. So I usually mix for people, of course, and we do charge $20 an hour. You can see that actually when you go to sampлекings.com and YouTube. Where is that YouTube thing at, right? Let's get a tab up. There is a tab right there. And I have no idea. Here we go right here. And we're going to go right here. Yes, and you come in here, of course, you see there if you want to do a mixing session with us, it's right here, right? You want to do some mastering, it's here too as well. But we also give lessons on everything else. You can visit us at samplekings.com. If you join, you get it for just $15 an hour. Any questions, hit me up. Of course, paid sessions are booked, and I'll be here for the rest of the day. I'll see you in a few. Peace.